Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back. I think we're just taking out the Interceptor again. You know, I like the Interceptor, it's a good sturdy ship, it's versatile, and I really just want to get really deep into the game. I'd like to see Sector 7. I think that a stable, sturdy ship is a good way of doing that. Oh, an energy discharger. I forgot to look at what that is. That said, adaptive armor's not bad. We could re-roll. Yeah, let's re-roll. None of this stuff is blowing my mind. Okay, we got a bunch of other stuff that also is not blowing my mind. I suppose I'll take Adaptive Armor Mark 1 and feel bad about it. It's fine. It's not awesome. Okay, so... Whoa. Is my mouse sensitivity wrong? I have one of those fancy mice, and it has sensitivity adjustment buttons right on the top of it. Unfortunately, very close to some of the other buttons, and I occasionally hit them while doing other things. Yeah, it'll be fine. So that is some kind of facility. Let's go see what kind exactly. Alright, we are going to remember to switch weapons. We're going to take full advantage of our loadout.
Good shot.
Man, fuel? I mean, it's a lot of fuel. Hi, you are jumping in right on top of me. What is wrong with you?
You look like you could use a little backup.
Oh,
I'm actually
hi.
fine,
Well,
but okay.
Getting used to this, you know?
Let me join you for a while. Strength in numbers and all that, huh?
Sure, why not?
You asked for it. Got one.
Did I? Oh, she's yelling at them. Just a lot. She's very chatty. Damn it, stop ducking behind stuff.
One less bad guy to worry about.
Ow. She actually kind of spoiled my approach there. She made them aware of me, I think, earlier than they would have been if it was just me. Yeah, she seems to be showing up more and more. This might be a thing of the game trying to help prod me through my goals because I'm not accomplishing them fast enough. Ooh, a scattergun. I don't... It's an enhanced scattergun. Do I want to take this, like, over my Gatling gun? The scattergun is certainly interesting. Yeah, sure. I like a weapon with some free upgrades on it. Speaking of missions, what are my missions right now? Can I see those here? Grant. Oh man, can I really check the progress dynamically whenever I want on this menu? And I've just never... Okay. Well, it's still ought to increment visibly on the screen every time you, like, move a progress forward, or move one of these things forward, but I do feel dumb now. Ooh, gas. Nice. So... No, those are not fuel tanks, apparently. That's weird. They sure seem to be fuel tanks. They often contain fuel. It's like... I can't imagine what fuel tank means, if not tank that often contains fuel. Yeah, that's good. Fly right into me. Nice. There we go. That made things a lot easier. Right, I guess it's a tricky question. What exactly constitutes a fuel tank? If you have a tank in your car that is where the gas goes, but it is currently full of orange juice, is that a fuel tank? Or is it an orange juice tank? Also, don't start that car. Really? The freighter had nothing in it, man? I'm not 100% sure what would happen if you started your car while your fuel tank was full of orange juice, but it can't be good. I mean, maybe it would just make your car smell really fresh and citrusy. Forever. Well, probably not forever. You know, every Every 100,000 miles, you gotta run a tank of orange juice through it. If you want to maintain things, but... Okay. So what else would be valuable to hit? There's some big stuff over there. Could be loot that away. That's that freighter wreck that was so very disappointing. Or wait, is this the freighter wreck that was so disappointing? No, this is not a freighter wreck, this is just random space garbage. Okay, let's go check out the big rocks. While our guardian angel washes over our shoulder, but then refuses to come with us anywhere where it might be dangerous. She only shows up when we have the node completely under control on our own.
Remind me, why are you helping me again?
I never said. If you really need to know, let's just say I'm an old friend.
An old friend. So you knew my original.
Oh, I've already said too much.
I might go so far as to say you've said dramatically too little. Okay, ow. This is not working. It's going to be a lot easier for me to take these down safely if I do it from a place where I can't be seen by multiple missile turrets at the same time.
Another to Stardust.
Well, that didn't work. Still got shot. Where's the turret that shot that missile at me? It can't be this one, right? Okay, they don't like it when you get right up on them. That's a strategy. Oh, maybe it was this one right here. Yeah, that makes sense. This one right here that I was right in front of. This is actually a pretty well-designed turret setup. The turrets all have vision and can cover each other. They're not usually this clever about it. Also, she has done nothing. She contributed absolutely nothing during that little scuffle. Okay, well, some nanobots, that's nice, because they took a crazy amount of damage. Yeah, not a promising start. Pretty, let us hope it is not an omen. You know, it feels a little ominous. Honestly, let's upgrade the scattergun first. Never mind, all we can do is give it a range upgrade, which I don't really care for. Well, this run has started poorly. I wonder, with the weapon overdrive on, how much damage can I do with a fully charged flak shot? Here, let's go this way. We'll save our nanobots, repair at the service station. Let's give it a try. I'm curious, because the flak shot does pretty good damage up close if a lot of the projectiles hit. Let's go after a slightly more lonely target. Maybe not. Well, committed now.
That's just what I need.
That's not bad. Really, none of that stuff hit. Okay, but then he ran into an asteroid, I think. Where are you at? Okay. Well, the scattergun is a fine weapon, and when I say fine, what I mean is not like... I mean, it's okay. You know, it's not awesome. The having to be close to stuff for it to be good problem is significant. It'll be easy enough on these early sectors, but once we start getting into stuff like Corvettes and... I mean, it probably does really good damage against large ships, actually, since you can pretty much guarantee full projectile contact. Alright, where is everything that's jumping out of me here? I think he just flew right through me in a way that actually killed me. I was charging up my gun, and he just flew right through me. Alright, you know what? Maybe this robin's egg blue that I picked is bad luck. I guess let's get back out there. That's right. I'm gonna devote resources to upgrading this ship for now, but there's not really a compelling reason for me to stick with it until I have enough resources devoted to it that it's an actual upgrade. I guess let's just get back out there. It's embarrassing. I'm gonna re-roll these. Man, nothing exciting. I'm not necessarily opposed to starting with 2 nanobots. I guess it makes more sense to go with 1 nanobot and a Mark II piece of equipment, even if energy injectors are a little bit disappointing as a thing. Alright. You know what, maybe if our ex-wife or sister or mother or clone of our mother or, you know, God knows who that is. But maybe if that person would just, like, stick around. I'm definitely going to help you, but only a little bit. Arbitrarily, at times that don't make any sense to you. Just stick around, you know? Come with me when I go places.
Bam!
Yeah, thank you. First bowling, now Emerald Legacy. When is this guy from? Oh wow, I'm out of energy. Some fancy flying. Oh, you know what it is? It's genetic algorithms, man. They're learning. They saw how well I've done all these times with the fly slowly back and forth method. They're picking it up. Okay, I'm pretty sure that he actually made contact with me there right before he exploded, because I don't think I turned my ship around. But it sure did turn. Alright, yeah, I'm starting to not love this weapon loadout, to be perfectly honest with you. The problem is that even in the situation where they are most optimal, both of these weapons feel really weak. Okay, that's a handy thing to have. I like an energy core extension a lot. Well, this was a pretty good wreck, honestly. Let's see, I don't see anything over here. Just look for the little golden flashy thing that they do. It's a video game. It can't help resisting. It can't resist the urge to point out the loot. It's like, look, we put it right here. It's all for you. Alright, what else around here looks interesting? Honestly, kind of nothing. I guess that's a pretty big rock. Oh, there's a plasma field over there. So this has got to be like the run, right? We got to make it super, super deep here to make up for the embarrassment that I just suffered. Man, this energy core extension does feel pretty effective. Alright, I saw some red arrows for a second there. Here we go. It's so easy for me to lose stuff in this. It's very busy visually, which makes sense. But it's still a bummer. Alright, hit the overdrive. Ah! Yeah, my mouse sensitivity is definitely a little higher than normal. Do I want adaptive armor over a shield or a weapon overdrive? No, probably not. I'm certainly not taking over the energy core extension. That is not even a consideration. I want to peer into each of the little alcoves because often we'll find crates. There we go. Yeah, we just need better guns. I need like a fancy beam laser EX enhanced something. It does feel to me like the runs that we've done the best on are the runs where we did just discover a better weapon floating out in space somewhere. I'm certainly not trying to suggest that you can't do well through sheer skill, the general you. But I am suggesting that maybe I can't do well through general skill, you know, on account of all of the evidence that suggests that. Oh, hey, how's it going? I think the fact that I totally didn't see this guy until he was shooting me is kind of what I'm talking about.
Result.
Yes, thank you. It is a result. Ooh. Okay, an already upgraded pulse laser. The game heard my whining. Those are some pretty okay mods. And a partially upgraded scattergun. No thank you. I've learned my lesson on the scatterguns. Well, the free 3 pluses on this are certainly going to save us some resources, in particular crystal. That said, might be worth it to upgrade my Gatling gun, or maybe survivability. Okay, so we need power cells or a compound. What about you? We could increase its shield damage to make it a more broadly useful weapon, its hull damage to specialize it further, or its fire rate to just... Yeah, I mean... Fire rate will make it better against everything we might fire it at. I don't know what the actual DPS increase is, though, because I don't think the fire rate mod tells you exactly how much it increases your fire rate by, does it? I guess that stat is on the weapon. I could look at that. Wow, that's a lot of mines. Wait. Pulse laser's probably the way to go here. We don't need a tractor beam. Tractor beams are for lazy people. Or people who are driving ships that don't have shields, I guess. There are certainly some situations with the gunship where I don't want to go inside of something. Just keep looking around. Ooh, wow. I think there was a shield generator or a fuel tank or something over there. Ow. Oh boy, okay. Yep, the explosive force from the mines absolutely can throw your ship around. Okay, I was kind of hoping that all of the traps and everything meant that there would be more stuff in there. But I guess all of those traps existed for the sole purpose of protecting that one tech container. I suppose if I'm an outlaw and I'm baiting a trap, I probably don't feel the need to bait it with a whole bunch of different pieces of bait, right? My understanding is that usually you just go for the one. You're gonna run into profitability issues if you start overloading the traps. Alright, let's not forget to hit this. We don't need it nearly as bad as we did right before I got killed on the last run when I was talking about one, but it certainly wouldn't hurt to get all this fuel. We have to be a little bit cautious. Scrap for gel? I don't think so. We have to be a little bit cautious with our money, simply because we don't have a whole lot. Alright, let's go hit this Outlaw Comm Hub and see if we can pick up anything neat, and if not, we'll just grab that Plasma Cloud and then get out of here. And non-stop missile fire. I gotta find some cover. Let's get behind something and figure out how to pick these guys off one by one. Alright. It's too much all at once. Where was the other one? There were at least two. Was the other one on the same surface? Oh yeah, they were right next to each other. I guess I must have killed both of them. Well, there's an awful lot of G&B containers. It really looks like there might not be anything left in the system that it doesn't belong to G&B. We could just go looting and hope that they don't report us. We did spend a bunch of money making them less likely to report us. Or maybe we should just leave. You know, that's fine. Boy, that sound provokes a reaction in me now, I'll tell you that. Ooh. Yeah, these guys are definitely coming this way. Alright, let's get this over with. Well, I am noticing a difference, it feels like, with this this pulse laser versus the other one. It's quite a lot of extra shield damage. I feel like there was a couple of games there where we were seeing elites all the time. I would really like some access keys. I guess this stuff is remnants of the cleanup before I got here. G&B and the Outlaws clashing out here in space. Alright, after we get this crystal... Ah, really? Only 3? Bummer. I was gonna say, let's see what upgrades are available, but I bet it's not that many. Credits are not the most exciting reward right now. Yeah, it really does look like there's nothing else here, though. Oh, wait. Spoke too soon? Oh, good. More credits. Yay. At this point, the mechanism of my progress is mostly actually getting places, not so much buying things. So I have to say, I'm a little disappointed about the credits. A little bummed out when I find credits. I guess we'll be better at getting places if we do increase the effectiveness of our ships, which is something that we're going to do by buying upgrades for them in the post-game screen. But man, it just does not feel anywhere near as good to pick up credits as it does to pick up, like, crystal. Okay, so I probably don't want to sell power cells for money, but I will sell scrap for money. Actually, will I? Because that's quite a bit of scrap, and that's not really that much money. No, never mind. I just got done saying how not valuable money feels. Oh, hey, how you doing? I was busy. It was very rude. Who is supposed to teach a drone manners, anyway? Do they have families, parents, community leaders that failed them? Maybe they had like a real rough time in high school. I mean, I get it. I had a rough time in high school. That's why I'm always shooting people in video games. Very maladjusted. And I mean, I'm not talking about, listen, there are lots of video games where you're supposed to shoot people. Okay, I get it. You're playing Wolfenstein, you're going to shoot some guys. I'm talking about, like, online Scrabble. The Uno app on my phone. I just can't handle social situations. What is going on over here? What happened? Huh. Oh, this is all my stuff. That's what this is. That's my ship, and this is all of my stuff. Well, I don't think I do want my scattergun back. Let's bust this up. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna break down all this stuff. But yeah, that's actually really nice. It's nice to find my big cache of resources. Throwing this out too. That's interesting. You could sort of seed a run by taking a thing that is valuable in your loadout, a thing that will be valuable for a particular run that you have in the loadout for another ship, and sort of depositing it in the first sector and then switching ships and coming to get it. I guess that might be an amount of trouble that is greater than the plan itself is worth. Totally could be. Especially since we can find blueprints for just about everything, it seems like. Alright, let us not allow any outlaws to cut us in half with their ships. Oh, these guys are all Okar, so we're gonna have to deal with everybody. Oh, I pressed the wrong button to switch weapons. Man, hey G&B, it would be like super dope if you guys would lend a hand here. They don't seem to have any interest. I'm going through a lot of missiles very quickly. Whew. Okay, we took some damage there. A pretty fair amount of damage. Wasn't nearly as bad as me being dumb near rocket turrets, but not great. This is a minefield. I wasn't sure whether I was going to go in or not, so I shot the container to help me make up my mind. Help me make up my mind. To help me have made up my mind. Yeah, I was just getting hung up on my tenses there. So we have enough nanobots that we can afford to just do this. Well, okay, this has been productive already, man. Let's see what's over here. Definitely looks like there's something going on. And since G and B are flying nearby in numbers, I'm going to assume that there are no turrets. Because if there were, they would have picked a fight with G and B. Did I just fly right past this? I might have.
A direct monetary reward for your endeavors.
Yeah, I don't know. Reward is strong. You directly stumbled into some money that was floating around. I would argue that that's maybe not the same thing as a reward, although if you believe in the close personal involvement of a deity in the universe, you could maybe suggest that they put that crate there. I have to imagine any kind of serious deity probably has better things to do. Alright, so do I want to go to the Ancient Depot? I think the answer is yes. We're trying to make progress. The Ancient Depots give us a forward teleport. We just have to not approach it in a profoundly stupid way. Maybe if I get another set of enemies, like just hide for a while I work on some of them, or I don't know. I don't know what my strategy will be, but we've definitely got to do something different.
Nice shot.
Yeah, it was okay.
Oh, boy.
I agree with his barely suppressed yawn. Actually, maybe I'm getting in a little over my head here. Come on. Okay. Wanted to make sure that missile silo went down before I got distracted by the drones. Fortunately, the drones use Gatling guns, which are not all that effective against shields. Is that on the other? It is, in fact, on the other side of the ship. A Mark III energy injector. Well, there's absolutely no reason not to just swap this for this. I'm assuming this stuff's all... Oh, no, it is not. I was going to say, that many nodes that close together, I was going to assume it was G and B, but... Coilgun T1. Aw, special tech containers. Coilgun T1 is interesting. The T1 is the version where you charge up several shots, right? Nope, just high fire rate at the cost of energy consumption. Well, I do think it's a neat gun. Gatling is already upgraded. Yeah, you know what? I think the Gatling is probably better, especially in the situation we're in right now. Did I miss that fuel? Hey, where is it? I think I might be close enough to it that I'm having trouble tracking. Which, now that you mention it, yeah, is a little embarrassing. Oh no, I must have gotten it. It's weird, I didn't hear the thing. No, that's it right there. You know, it was underfoot. Listen, you get close enough to something, it becomes hard to see. Alright, I do not have the access key, obviously, but I should still be able to get to one of those containers. This one. If I can figure out a way in. It looks like this is not one of the ones that has a really easy in through an exposed shield generator. Aha! It does, however, just have a big hole in it. That was not actually in a useful place. That hole just led into a chamber I was already able to easily access. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't see a good way into this thing. Unfortunately, we may be out of luck. This might be one that actually requires an access key to be able to get into any of the good stuff.
Hostiles are targeting us.
Who? What? Alright, so maybe the Gatling gun's not amazing. Alright, let's see if we can mine out this ore and then I guess hit that big asteroid and get the hell out of here. Hopefully this time not actually hitting the asteroid. So unfortunately I have at this point done it an embarrassing number of times. Alright, let's be a little bit greedy because we're talking about crystal. So crystal on the line, I'm willing to push it. Crystal is very useful. Alright, we are definitely not going for the container, though. Unless, is it right in the open? Yeah, it is. Okay, might have overdone it. Oh, there's an elite in there. If it wasn't so many of them, or if I had a little bit of assistance, like a combat drone or two, I might go for this. Although I guess we know now that elites don't always drop key cards, so maybe that's foolishness. Alright. It looks to me like we're alone. And we have a pulse laser that is decked out for bonus damage against shields. I think we can do this. Oh yeah, it's actually pulling him down really quickly. I don't need to be able to see you as long as my ship can. That was definitely the smoothest that's ever gone. Ooh. Okay, a pulse laser specifically kitted out to completely destroy shields is a pretty good weapon against the ancients. I guess if it's destroying the body of the thing so effectively, are we to then read that that Guardian thing is made entirely out of energy? Because if it was made of matter, theoretically, well, energy is, you know what I mean. If it was made out of, like, just solid bits, then I would imagine that it would have some hull rating. The leech glyph. Ooh, I like the sound of that. Man, I can hardly imagine a version of that that doesn't sound like something that I would really, really love to run on the gunship. Outlaws.
You've been detected.
Outlaws. Oh god. Okay, let's get to the G&B guys. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Shield boosters up. I'm being interfered with. Come on. I'm trying to kill the stupid Weber. Nope, there's no way out of this one. Yeah, the Weber caught me and I couldn't get away. It was just such a swarm of them, man. And the other ships were body blocking for the Weber very effectively. Well, that's disappointing. Let's have a look at our new glyph. Maybe it will make me feel better. If an enemy is destroyed, the player ship's hull is repaired by 20 hit points, but nanobots no longer repair the body of the ship. Honestly, this seems great. Right, what's the hull of the big ship? How much hull do I have? So 20% is, or 20 is like 2%. I was getting by on 5% per jump before. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Here, let's spend all of our money from that run upgrading this ship a little bit, and then I'm gonna play this ship next time. So this will unlock another consumable slot, and then that will unlock additional enhancement slots afterward. Do I still have enough money to actually make one? I do not. It costs 8k. Well, shoot. That's very disappointing. We can reduce all the damage dealt to our hull. We can increase our energy. We do have enough money to increase our drone limit. Increase maximum speed. Increases the number of primary and secondary weapons we can carry. Do I really need to carry more than 2 primaries, though? I don't think so. Fuel capacity doesn't really seem that important. Let's go ahead and buy a level of drone efficiency. Deployed drones will come equipped with adaptive armor? That's kind of cool. Yeah, we could, like, spend a lot of money on working our drones up. Yeah, let's do that. This ship is, like, I wouldn't say drone dependent, but it certainly appreciates having some drones. Yeah, let's upgrade the energy capacity. I can't imagine there's anything I can still buy with 130. Yeah, not on any of the ships. Okay, well. I think we're taking out the Colonial gunship. I am just... Man, I'm having a rough couple of runs here. Hopefully we can shake it off. I think this thing, with all the guns, is my good luck charm. So come back next time for some of that. And we'll see you then.